back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations, and ladies and gentlemen, the official patch notes for Dark Cacao Kingdom's update is officially here. Let's dive into the game and check them out. Diving right in, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking a look at the overall patch notes and talking about everything that you need to know about this brand new Dark Cacao Kingdom update. Diving right in here, the very first thing they feature, and that's going to be talking about the brand new episode 13. It says New World Exploration, Episode and Story Mode / Dark Mode 13. It says Snow on the Black Wall, explore the new episode on the Bear Jelly Balloon after you clear all of the episodes, and then play in the Dark Mode to unlock 2 new profile images for your kingdom. And then the next thing we have here, and that's going to be the brand new Ancient Cookie, dude. Let's go. That's going to be Dark Cacao. We've officially got the, official skill description here. We've got Dark Cacao Cookie is a charged cookie who utilizes the skill Solemn Judgment. It says skill description is swings the grape jam Choco Blade with great force, causing thunder and lightning to inflict damage upon the foes in range. It says this mighty attack reduces enemies' attack, defense, and inflicts zap and injury. Wait a minute, so it's not just 3 debuffs like we thought from the trailer, it's actually 4 different debuffs? Injured foes will have reduced max HP, and the injured debuff ignores immunity and dispelling effects, not mentioning injury specifically. What? Dude, that is absolutely ridiculous. So he's applying basically a debuff called injury that, unless it specifically states it does dispel injury, it can't be dispelled, essentially. It's just going to stay on top of your cookies, and that's going to reduce your cookies' max HP for the duration of that debuff, which is absolutely huge. But there's actually more to that, and that means that if you have a cookie like Cocoa, for instance, that has some sort of an immunity to interrupting effects or any sort of like debuff effects, it doesn't even count as that either, and it absolutely can still be applied. It says, while Dark Cacao Cookie is utilizing his skill, he will briefly become resistant to interrupting effects. And then they further break down injury here, and it says, this effect weakens the foes, reducing their max HP. The portion of max HP reduced by injury can be restored after the effect duration has ended. It also says here, the amount of HP decreased is capped at 25%. And then it also says, some enemies are immune to injury. And then last but not least, it says, they added the Nether Gacha where you have the chance to meet Dark Cacao Cookie and obtain his soul stones. Okay, very cool. So we've got basically a defense break and attack break, and then now we've also got a max HP reduction of -25% debuff. So absolutely wicked. I'm very curious to jump in here and check out the skill and see exactly what's wrote in gray on all the other percentages when it comes to those debuffs. And then next up here we've got, and that's going to be the brand new Epic Cookie. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm terrible. But nevertheless, it basically says here it's going to be a bomber cookie who utilizes a skill Sweet Scheme. It says skill description is secretly curses the enemy with the highest attack. It says targets cookies first. The cursed target cannot receive any buff effects for a certain time, limited to buffs that can be dispelled. Okay, interesting. And then the cursed target will also receive amplified debuffs and will spread poison, inflicting periodic damage to nearby enemies and themselves. If the poison becomes dispelled, it will cause great damage to nearby enemies. Dude, that's absolutely broken, man. So essentially, we've got a single target spell that is capturing the enemy with the highest attack, putting them in a bubble, essentially, and what it's doing is preventing that cookie from receiving any sort of buffs. On top of that, it's making them take increased damage from debuffs that being applied. Third thing they've got added on here, 3 things so far. The third one is going to be, it's going to be applying a poison damage over time. So again, absolutely ridiculous. And then last but not least, it's doing additional spread damage or poison damage to the surrounding enemies around that one cookie. Like, what? That is absolutely broken. And I forgot here that it says if the poison becomes dispelled, it will also cause great damage to nearby enemies. So essentially, if you were utilizing things like the monocle in the overall arena, or going to be somebody like Herb who can fully cleanse the debuffs away, you're going to be taking additional damage from that poison being dispelled. Just easily broken, dude. The next that we've got, that's going to be increase the maximum kingdom level from level 50 to level 60. We already knew that. Also diving into the two brand new treasures we've got. The very first one is going to be the epic treasure, and that's going to be the Miraculous Natural Remedy. It says the Miraculous Remedy, jam-packed with the secrets of nature, removes all debuffs from the cookie with the highest max HP and heals a portion of their max HP, additionally increasing their overall attack. And then next up, we've got that brand new rare, and that's going to be an Echo of the Hurricane's Song. It says the fierce echoes of the hurricane deals damage to the enemies, deals area damage to all enemies proportional to attack of the ally with the highest attack. Cookie targets and non-cookie targets receive different amounts of damage. And then diving into the next thing we've got, and that's going to be a brand new upgrade, and that's going to be Smithy, new levels in bundle production. It says the maximum level or Smithy level has been increased from level 7 to level 11, and then starting from level 8, you can now unlock 4 new bundle production options, which essentially means that you can make 10 of each of these 4 different items. Very, very cool, man. Next up, we've got a bunch of stuff, obviously in the shop. We've got Affogato Cookie is now featured as the featured banner. We've got a bunch of different packs you can buy. For the mileage shop, we've got Cacao Cookie Soul Stones added to the mileage shop. So again, nothing too crazy there. We've got a bunch of brand new decorations. I'll show you some of those in a second, all surrounding dark cacao. And then next up, we've got some production and trade, basically adjustments here. It says the amount of kingdom experience awarded for handling and certain items at the Bear Jelly train station and the Tree of Wishes. You can get in here and read all this more in depth, but essentially all they're doing is giving us more experience for those individual items, whether we trade them at the Tree of Wishes or in the Jelly train. Basically, you're just going to get more experience jellies in the long run. And then next up here, we've got, that's going to be diving into basically what I consider to be a nerf on Madeline cookies. So they basically changed up the skill description here as follows. It says before, calls upon the celestial light that allows performing ranged area attacks instead of regular attacks. While under Celestial Light, Madeline Cookie is immune to debuffs. And that was what it was beforehand. They've changed it now to basically mean that that is going to be a actual buff. So that can be stripped. So to give you guys an example, it says, call upon the Celestial Light that allows performing ranged area attacks instead of regular attacks. While under the Celestial Light, Madeline Cookie receives a buff. That's the change, making him immune to debuffs. So naturally, they just added this in here and changed this up for the brand new, dispelling effects in Affogato Cookie and everything with these all these debuffs. So very interesting here. I definitely think that it's going to make, in my opinion, Madeline a little bit less valuable because you really wanted those range attacks, especially with something like the overall speed meta, and that's going to be where most people were utilizing Madeline Cookie anyway. So I'm kind of sad to see this, but at the end of the day, I don't really focus on building a speed meta comp, so you guys let me know what your thoughts are down below. We've basically got, the following effects cannot be dispelled. It breaks them down, and this is actually very important. It says the following effects that cannot be dispelled. The very first one is going to be T-Night Cookie's Wrath of the Commander. And why this is absolutely ridiculous is because this just means that T-Night Cookie probably just got a massive buff because now his ability, the Wrath of the Commander, cannot be dispelled, which makes him 10 times better for going up against somebody that has the ability to dispel and to add to your overall team with somebody like Affogato. And then they've got a couple of different things here. Change the rare Soul Stone rewards from several dark mode stages to now epic only Soul Stones. And this is absolutely going to be a massive game changer for new players diving into the game and also players that are still looking to grind out their epic cookie Soul Stones. Now you can do it from the dark mode, which again is very, very cool. They've officially removed the rare ones, which is very nice because we get enough of those from the overall gacha pulls that now we can just have a better and easier time farming out the epics. And then next up here, one I'm super excited about that we've got, that's going to be miscellaneous. And it says, you can now draw up to 100 items in the treasure/guild gacha by utilizing the brand new draw all feature. This is absolutely one of the things that I'm most excited about because, guys, literally I hoard up all of my heroic torches and we constantly buy treasure tickets with mileage points and just summon like 500 to 1,000 of them at a time, and it takes a mega ton of time. So with that being said, I'm so glad that they've added this feature. We can now utilize a button right above the draw 5, for instance, for treasures. It'll just draw whatever the amount is all the way up to 100. So again, very, very cool here. It's just going to speed up your overall summoning session. And then obviously, as it says here, in order for you to access that feature, your castle level has to be level 8. So just keep that in mind. But nevertheless, it also functions via the heroic torches. You have to have 1,100 of the heroic torches, or more than that, basically, in order for you to utilize that draw all feature. And then a lot of this stuff is just a bunch of small things, nothing too crazy. They just added a bunch of, like, you can see results from here. You can do that. One big one is going to be Cream Puff Cookie's animation will not always play. It only plays for the very first time that you meet Cream Puff. After that, it does not play. It'll just allow you to utilize the skip button to go next. I guess it will play. You just have the ability to skip it. They've added the ability for, the crit percent value will now appear as a rounded up to the tens in the cookie's detailed information in the topping screen. Again, nothing too game-breaking here. And then they basically fixed a whole bunch of different bugs and everything. I'm not going to go too deep into all of this stuff. One of the big ones I think that I did see in here was going to be the pincushion effect actually was not affecting the dragon skeleton that is going to be summoned via the relic. So I did not even know that was a thing. But nevertheless, apparently that actually can affect the dragon, which I didn't realize that. So other than that, though, I think that's going to be pretty much it for the patch notes. Let's actually dive in here and check out some of the stuff. So the very first thing I want to show you guys, that's going to be the brand new landmark. That's going to be the Chocolate Altar of the Fallen. So I've already went ahead and bought this landmark via this morning's live stream, but it's going to be directly increasing the crit damage percent of all of your cookies. So definitely a very good one. And not only that, it goes up to level 20. So very, very cool. And then obviously the overall decorations and themes I think are phenomenal as well. I went ahead and picked up obviously the 2 tiles because they only cost some gold. But again, very, very cool. So a brand new landmark on top of that. Checking out, obviously, we got the brand new Dark Cacao Cookie currently in the game. I'll do a video more in depth talking about their skill and their animation and all that stuff at another time. We've also got the brand new Epic Bomber Affogato. So again, very, very nice here. Like I said, I'll do another more in-depth video later on. The 2 brand new treasures we've got, just to show you guys those. Very first one's going to be the Miraculous Natural remedy. So you can see here that currently at my level, I'm sitting at healing is going to be 11.5% of max HP, and then the attack is going to be boosted by 11.8% for 6 seconds, which is actually not bad. I'm very impressed with the overall attack buff bonus, and I'm very curious to how much it's going to buff this at the very end at level 12. So obviously we've got quite some time before we get to that point, but we'll definitely be hopping on the live stream tonight, doing some summons, and I'm going to utilize that mileage to hopefully try to max this bad boy out afterwards. And then the next one we've got here, and that's going to be Echo of the Hurricane's Song. This one is going to be the one that's doing the area damage to all cookies equal to your cookie with the highest attack. So again, very interesting here how this is going to be scaled off. I'm very curious to try this in something like the overall guild boss battle. We did not get any new costumes or anything like that currently at the moment, so just keep that in mind. The new Nether Gotcha obviously is going to be housed the new Dark Cacao Cookie, just like other ancients we've had in the past. As far as the overall events go, we obviously got the very first one, which is going to be going hand in hand with the Nether Gotcha. You just got to complete these individual missions. Obviously, you can only complete these missions once. They are not repeatable. So that does lead me to believe, just like every other time, that it's probably not going to be possible for free-to-play players, even after they complete all of these events or these missions, in order to get all 250 to get your free summon via the pity system on the Nether banner. I know it's a sad day. I have not added this up, so just don't really take it, for facts yet, but nevertheless, I will be doing a video releasing more information about this for those of you that are curious. And then the next one we've got here, that's going to be the daily login stuff. We already kind of had this prior in the Japanese live stream talking a little bit about this, but nevertheless, just some free resources for logging in every day. And then the last but not least here we've got, and that's going to be clearing episode 13, the regular mode and dark mode. You are going to get some additional crystals from clearing specific milestones. And with that being said, I want to show you guys really quick here, that's going to be that brand new draw all feature that you see right there, right above the draw 5. That draw all button is going to be that brand new one that we can now summon all 91 of these treasures right now on screen. So if I go ahead and hit that to show you guys, you can obviously go here one by one, but that's going to take you forever. You can click the skip button and it actually breaks down and shows you all of those individual summons. You can literally just scroll through here and see every single treasure, all 91 of them that we were able to summon just in one instance. So again, very very, very cool, very awesome for speed up time. Look at this, man. Oh, look at this. I got some new ones. I got one copy of the epic, and then I got several copies of the rare. Very nice. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude today's video. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for everything Cookie Run Kingdom related here on the channel. I will be going live tonight at 8 p.m. CST. We'll be doing a massive summoning session, more testing on Dark Cacao, more testing on Affogato, testing out the individual treasures, literally playing through episode 13, doing anything and everything. So I hope to see you guys here. Also, don't forget, we've got a Discord. The link's provided down below. We've got almost 7,000 members that all play the game. So if you're looking for a fun community or a place just to hang out or ask some questions, we would love to have you guys. And with that being said, as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.